What's up YouTube, this is Pickle Pyro, and it is spooky season, baby. We are going to be talking about some scary things in this video. We're going to be discussing childhood trauma. That's right, this is one of my favorite topics to talk about because everybody has their own little memories from their childhood of things that scared them, and everyone's is so unique. It's so fun talking about it. So I've prepared a list of a lot of things that scared me as a kid, and we're going to be talking about them, reliving them, and we might take a trip to the computer later and even watch some scary videos together. Ooh, doesn't that sound like fun? Okay, so let's get started. The very earliest childhood traumatic memory I can remember is Call of Duty World at War. I'm sure a lot of you guys know this game. A lot of you guys have probably played it. It's one of my personal favorite Call of Duty games. This is actually the first video game I ever played. And a lot of you don't know, but the first mission of this game, you are a POW in a Japanese camp during the Pacific Theater, and there was this really brutal cutscene where you and another POW are getting tortured, and it's so fucking brutal. I might play a clip of it or something. But this really spooked me as a kid, and it made me really scared to touch the game. It's the first time I ever swore. One of the guys says the F word, and I said the F word after that, and I got in trouble. My brother told on me, so you know, I got soap in the mouth for that. But that's kind of the earliest one I can remember. There's one more, and that's the Wiggle puppets. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of these fucking things. You've probably heard of the Wiggles before. They're a kids group, way better than the Beatles, to be honest. Beatles, could they make fruit salad? I think not. Anyways, so they had this idea to turn the Wiggles into puppets, which, you know, could work, but they look like this, and they're fucking terrifying. I don't know whose idea this was. This isn't even that big of a case of childhood trauma. I haven't heard that many other people talk about this. And this shit literally made me cry and run away every time my grandma put on the TV on that DVD. Like, it's just ridiculous. I don't know whose fucking idea this was, but how are kids gonna find this cute or appealing in any sort of way? So fuck whoever thought that the Wiggle puppets was a good idea. That's just stupid. Anyways, next up, one of the biggest fears, still now honestly a little bit, is EAS alerts. Those are the weather, the tornado alerts, the severe thunderstorm alerts. These always spooked me as a kid because something, it would just interrupt whatever cartoon or movie I was watching, and it would just cut to a black screen with ominous text and the fucking alarm noise, which is like the scariest fucking. I know it's actually a code that they transmute and it gives it information. I don't care. They could have thought of something more appealing. It's just so stupid. And they do that for like severe thunderstorms. Ooh, scary. I can understand maybe like a tornado or some shit, but like, there's no tornadoes in Minnesota where I live. It's just fucking thunderstorms. So there was no danger. It's so stupid. Another thing that I could bundle this with is Amber Alerts. Those also still get me. I turned it off my phone because I don't like getting jump scared. I'm not a fan of getting jump scared. But yeah, EAS alerts, they still kind of freak me out to this day. Low key, just between you and me, they still kind of creep me out. It's just spooky. And it's just the knowledge of knowing that there's some sort of danger that's imminent and this is warning you of it. It's spooky. But yeah, EAS alerts, not the biggest fan of those even to this day. Next up on my childhood trauma list is Adult Swim bumpers. Yeah, that's right. So if you don't know, Cartoon Network, I think it was around 9, would switch from the kids programs to Adult Swim. And the bumpers that they used to play were really, really weird. And that was your sign to turn the TV off and go to bed, because you'd be taken out of Adventure Time or regular show or whatever the heck you were watching, and then it would switch to King of the Hill. That was the time to turn the TV off. And I don't remember the bumpers too much exactly, but I've seen all sorts of creepy ones on YouTube, and it's just, I mean, it's good to get kids to turn off the TV and go to bed and not watch King of the Hill. So I guess it succeeds in that regard, but it was always more the imminent fear of like, oh crap, I'm at my grandparents' house. I'm gonna be in big trouble if they catch me watching King of the Hill. I gotta shut this thing off. So that was always scary whenever that came on. Yeah, not as bad as the EAS alerts, I'd say, but still something from my childhood that I remember always spooked me. This next one that I'm going to talk about is a really big one. This is like one of the most scared I've ever been in my life. So There was this old website. You guys remember Agario? You know the game where you're the balls and you swallow the other balls. Anyways, yeah. So there was this site that someone made. It was agore.io, not agar.io. It was agore.io, and I saw someone post that in a comment on YouTube. So stupid, like 12-year-old me, not knowing about phishing links. Don't click on random links people send you. I clicked on it, and I don't know if this site still works today, but it worked back then. And it would take you to a fucking Jeff the Killer jump scare. It was so fucking loud. It was like literally I threw my headphones off and I like jumped back. That's honestly might be the scariest I've ever been in my life. Like I was not expecting that at all. I thought I was gonna be playing some Agario game, man. But yeah, that's one of the biggest, scariest moments I can remember. Bro, I'm an 18-year-old grown ass man, and I'm still scared to go on fucking Agora.io. I was thinking about it, like, should I test if this still works for the video? Because I made a whole list, and Agora.io is on there, and I'm like, should I check this out? But I'm like, I don't need to. Um, yeah, I'm a grown ass man and I'm still scared to go on that shit. So don't type in agora.io. I don't know if it still works. But the Jeff the Killer image in general has always just really freaked me out. I don't think I'm gonna put it on screen because I don't want to freak you guys out. There's not gonna be any jump scares in this video. I don't know how to put. I'm not that good of an editor, man. I'm not gonna go out of my way to scare you guys. But it's just always been a super uncomfortable image to look at. I mean, even to this day. But the story itself really sucked, but I think it's really interesting now that the big mystery is, where did the image come from? I think that's a lot more interesting. Speaking of Jeff the Killer, creepypasta is something. It didn't scare me as much as some of this other stuff. I was huge in the creepypasta when I was in elementary school. I remember at the lunch table during lunch in elementary school, I would tell kids creepypastas, and they thought I was the shit, man. I would tell them about Jeff the Killer and fucking Sonic.exe, man, and that was always a lot of fun. I've always really loved creepypasta. It's not anywhere near the place where it was, like 5 years ago, but yeah, creepypastas were a pretty big part of my childhood. I remember I was always super scared of Sonic.exe, Jeff the Killer, Slender Man, Smile Dog, all these OG creepypastas, man. They hold a very special place in my heart. Um, Speaking of Sonic, yeah, it's a modern pickle power video. I gotta mention Sonic somehow. The Sonic CD sound test. Um, this still it doesn't unnerve me as much today because I know the story. I know that it's just a little developer Easter egg. The music is from the U.S. Boss theme. It's not that scary nowadays. Listen, I'm not gonna make up some bullshit story like I was playing Sonic CD as a kid and my friend told me to input this in the sound test and I got really scared. No, I didn't play Sonic CD until like a year ago. Okay, I only knew about it from watching videos on YouTube. But I always thought it was really interesting that like that was hidden away in an innocent Sonic game. Um, that always really intrigued me, and yeah, the Sonic CD sound test thing. So that's a little bit creepy. It's not necessarily childhood trauma, but I've wanted to talk about Sonic CD for a while, honestly, because that whole game is kind of creepy. Like the more I was thinking about making a video, honestly, about why Sonic CD is such a creepy game, but I don't know.
Alright guys, I brought you to the computer because I made a little playlist of some of my favorite spooky videos from when I was a kid, and we're going to be watching a few of them. So, the first one is I Feel Fantastic. I'm sure a lot of you have seen this video, heard of it. Let's skip all the chit chat and watch this spooky video. This one didn't actually scare me that much as a kid, I remember that, but let's just watch it. Ooh, this beat kind of goes hard. Someone get Kanye on this beat. Okay, yeah, this video is actually kind of creepy to be honest. Maybe it's because I'm recording this at 11:50 at night, but yeah, I remember I really wasn't scared of this one that much as a kid. But there always was this one where's the oh, that's weird. Okay, and then it flips up and then it cuts this shot randomly of the backyard. And I remember the theory was with this video that this was a serial killer's robot and he's wearing the clothes of his victims. Um, yeah, I didn't really buy it that much even when I was. Hmm. Okay, now I'm hearing shit. Why am I recording this at 11:50? What is wrong with me? Anyways, on the spookiness level, I'd give this one a solid 6 out of 10. I saw a comment actually that I really agreed with. I remember watching that shit when I was 13 home alone and feeling some kind of unexplainable terror. I wasn't that scared that someone would show up and kill me or anything like that. It just creeped me out so much that it made me reconsider everything around me is creepy. There's something about the absence of purpose, context, and normality in this video that still makes me feel uneasy. That's a great comment right there. That perfectly sums up how I feel about this video. It's just so weird. There's no context. However, with context, it's this guy and he's trying to make this Vocaloid type Hatsune Miku looking ass robot to make it sing and play live shows and shit. Yeah, it's really weird, but I don't know, it never scared me that much. Next one is one that really scared me as a kid. This is Obey the Walrus. Oh my god, just that fucking intro just gives me PTSD. Um, does not it still freaks me out a little bit today, but I feel really sad about this video because the backstory of this one, this lady right here, this is taken from her documentary. Her name is the Goddess Bunny, and she suffered from polio's, something like that, and they just took her. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah, this freaks me out. Um, they took footage from her. This is her documentary, like her film, and they edited it to make it all scary. And I'm turning the volume down because this is really fucking loud. Let's just try to watch it. Stop being a pussy. Yeah, this brings back really bad memories. Holy shit. Y'all seeing this shit? Yeah, this is a good one. This is a solid 9 out of 10 on the spookiness meter. After you learn the backstory, it becomes significantly worse, but it's definitely edited to be scary, and it really works. Oh god, oh. I feel so bad being scared, because, like, this is someone that actually suffers from a condition. And this fucking ending part where she just, like, stares at the camera. Ugh. Ugh. It's so... Ugh. It just freaks me out, man. Um, yeah, and then it cuts to a walrus, and it's really goofy. And yeah, there's this really stupid backstory in the comments. Oh, this was made by a cult and bad, classic creepypasta 2012 explanation. 2008 actually. Wow, holy shit, this video is 14 years. It's almost 15 years old. That is crazy. Oh, it's so scary. It's bad things happen. You get cursed after you watch it. Holy shit, you guys are fucked. I just cursed you. Um, it looks like the description was edited because now it actually yeah, it's edited to actually, give you info on who the Goddess Bunny is. That's awesome. That's awesome. I dig that. So overall, yeah, this was a really spooky one. Not as bad now, but it still gets me a little bit. Agamemnon Counterpart. This one's a classic. I believe this one was like a film school project of some kind. Something. I don't know. Let's just fucking watch the video. This one is really really strange, but it never really scared me all that much, to be honest. Um, yeah, it starts off with this really weird intro in the year 2571. A video game. This always stuck out as weird to me, even when I was a kid. It's yeah, there was this tape found on a planet, but it's not that. This is something else. I never really understood that, to be honest, but the music is pretty freaky. So, get this banging tune here. If I turn this one up. And Screaming starts, which is from the movie. Yeah, everyone pretty much figured that out right away. Hey. Yeah. Here I come. Rougher than the rest of them. The best of them. Tougher than leather. You can call me Knuckles. Unlike Sonic. Okay. Done with that. Yeah, this is a little bit freaky. Without context, it definitely is. But with context, yeah. Music's from a movie. Screaming's from a movie. Footage? I don't know what the footage is. Probably some kids show. Oh, look away. Photosensitive people. Holy shit. Agamemnon Counterpart. It's a classic. It's got 4 million views. Spookiness meter. I give it a solid 5 out of 10, honestly. With context, it's probably a lot spookier, but no, it's just from a movie. It's not really that bad. A good one though. It's a very well made video, and it's got that funky tune in the back. Imagine if I'm just vibe along with it. Ooh, yeah. Oh, my headphone's falling off. Hey, okay, enough of that. Let's look at a really interesting one. The Max Headroom incident. A lot of you have probably heard of this one. It's unlisted now for some reason, huh? But yeah, this is actually a real incident that happened. Someone hijacked WTTW wearing a Max Headroom mask who was figure in the 80s. He did like Coke advertisements and stuff, and someone hijacked the station and played this. Um, Not really scary at all to me, but it's just more the fact that a TV station was able to be hijacked this easily in 1987. It's pretty awesome, honestly. And the fact that no one knows who this guy is, this guy was never caught, which is super cool to me. Um, I'm hearing shit again. And then he gets his butt spanked. Yeah, it's everybody knows this video. Uh, it didn't really spook me. It didn't really spook me at all. I thought it was just more interesting than scary. The fact that someone was actually able to pull this off, and the fact that he was never caught. But yeah, it's a pretty cool video overall, and ahead of its time. This guy's humor is way ahead of his time. Spookiness meter, solid 1 out of 10, honestly. But cool video and cool incident that actually happened. All right, next up we have Little Baby's Ice Cream. Didn't scare me at all. I don't know why people got super scared of this. I mean, it's
There's good reason for my glistening skin
like, I don't know.
and how I
This one was
shine.
always kind of lame for me. It's like, oh wow, he's eating
Light on
himself.
my
Oh, it's so
when not
scary.
enthusiasm.
It's so
Little
scary. Yeah. Oh, the beat ended. Yeah, I included it on here just because I wanted to talk about it because, like, come on, man. Drake gets scared of this. The type of person that gets scared of this video is Drake. This video is nothing. 0 out of 10 on the spookiness meter. I get more scared of Max Headroom than I would of this video. It's just
me
more cool,
light on
honestly.
my
Like, this is
feet.
a really
I
cool
spring
advertisement.
from activity to
I would love to get some
activity.
Little
I
Baby's ice
love
cream.
my job.
Looks
I
good,
love my
honestly.
life.
Little Baby's ice cream looks hella good. Okay, let's look at... Oh, this video, Blank Room Soup. This is a classic. This is more recent. A lot of the videos I've been talking about are from like 2008. Um, this one's from 2014 though, and I remember this was a huge, huge mystery because uh, nobody knows like like when this video was made. I'm pretty sure the story like this guy in this costume was from like a character, and like the suits were stolen, and they like made this video and sent it to him or something. But this video is scary just because of how unexplained it is, and it's some guy eating soup. You know, they got a bar on his freaking eyes. He's crying, and the backstory is like, oh, he's eating his wife's dead remains. Oh, it's so scary. Um, yeah, I don't really believe any of that. This guy's kind of like the first mukbanger if you think about it. Oh, he's doing a mukbang. That's great. That joke wasn't funny. What am I doing? But yeah, spookiness meter, I give it a solid like 4 out of 10. It's actually it is a pretty creepy video. Is this one where they run at him? No, that's a different one. That's more spooky. Does anyone know like how what the backstory behind this video is? Because I sure don't. Yeah, it never really scared me all that much. Let's do a banger next. Username 666. This video is a classic. This video is a hood classic. Um, it's just so incredibly well made, and I mean, come on, everyone's trying to look it up. YouTube.com/666 in their life. Like, come on, man. Everyone's trying to look it up. Um, yeah, then you refresh it a bunch of times. It gets all spooky, and oh god, this video is so well made. Not really all that scary, even when I was a kid. Um, oh, and I really like that this clip has come back recently because of that thing where if you like erase the H in watch, it would link. Does it still do that? Let's check if it still does that. Oh, it's a 404. Well, it worked for a while, and I remember Markiplier made a video on it, and I'm like, oh, this is interesting, I'll look it up. And it kind of spooked me, honestly, for like a second. Then I'm like, oh, that's from username 666. That's cool. I wonder how that works. Um, don't remember exactly how it works, but it was still really cool nonetheless. Yeah, God, this uncomfortable video. I give it a solid 6 out of 10 on the spookiness meter. It's just so incredibly well made. Still holds up so well to this day, despite being from 2008. Holy, that's crazy. Okay, let's talk about this one for a second. This is the Wyoming incident. This one's a doozy. This one's from 2007, which is older than many of the videos on here. I'm pretty sure username 666 is older than when it was uploaded because it was originally on like Nico Nico or some Japanese site. But this one, oof. This one freaks me out to this day. Just, I don't think this is real, but it's another broadcast hijack, like the Max Headroom. And God, just the vibe of this video, man, it just makes me so uncomfortable. I need to stop talking so much and just watch the videos. Jeez, what is wrong with me? So yeah, it plays this spooky music. I don't know, man. And then it displays these really weird messages, and then it shows these fucking this just makes me so uncomfortable. This has always been one of the spookiest ones to me, even as a kid. This video always really freaked me out. It just plays like these weird ass. It just fucking freaks me out. But yeah, it's basically this for 6 minutes, and it's just ugh, ugh. Just weirds me out. I give it a solid like 8 out of 10 on the spookiness meter. Maybe not that scary nowadays, but as a kid, this one always really freaked me out. Just the fucking heads and the weird music. Um, okay, well, let's just move on.
Editing Pickle Parry here. I had a few more videos after that, but the audio was turned up really loud, and I didn't want to scare you guys, because stupid me turned up the audio too loud during Agamemnon Counterpart when I was vibing to the music. So it wasn't that interesting though. I talked about the ones I wanted to talk about. Anyways, that's about all I got from my childhood traumatic memories. It was really fun going over that with you guys. Let me know if you guys got any interesting stories to share. I mean, it is spooky season, so I'd love to hear your guys' scary stories, stuff that scared the crap out of you when you were kids. Thank you for listening to all my memories, and like I said, love to hear what you guys have to say. So, thanks for watching. Peace out, guys. Have a great spooky season. Stay tuned. Halloween, a new Primetime Rappin' is going to be recorded, so stay tuned for that. And love you guys. Have a great day.